All right. Let's make sure we're live. Maybe. We are. Well, welcome. All right, you guys, it is the 7th of September already. So we're diving in. How many of you guys are all in on the football schedules already? I'm sure there's some major fantasy football teams going on right now as well. So welcome to today's trucking answers for you. The little Q&A. We do this every Tuesday at noon Central here on our our YouTube page. Where am I at? Yeah, YouTube. All right. Well, welcome you guys. Thanks for joining me today. My name's Jessie. I'm a recruiter here at Decker Truck Line, and we're going to basically give you some answers to some of the questions that you have about the company, about the different positions that we've got available, and the orientation process. Since that's been the topic for the day, that's what we're going to dive into. Get you up to date on everything that's going on here at Decker. And yes, we've got activities. When do we not? We have things going on and events happening, coming up, I guess, here in the very near future. So speaking of events coming up here in the very near future, we do have the Driver Appreciation Week, which is coming up here next week. So that's official on the 13th. So the 13th through, I had to look at my calendar. I think it's the 13th through the 17th will be in full swing of our 2021 National Truck Driver Appreciation Week. So all kinds of goodies. We're going to have some fun games. So we'll have games, we'll have gifts, prizes, all that good stuff. So if you're wondering what's going on, stay tuned. Take a look at our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/DTL Inc. And we'll have live drawings, live events going on throughout the week next week for everything. Well, for everything. Keep you in the loop. If you're away from one of the terminals, at least you'll get to see what's going on at them and hopefully join in the fun. So make sure that you reach out to your driver manager or reach out to the Welcome Center and let them know if you won't be able to come into one of the terminals so that we can get your gifts over to you. But if you can, stop by one of the Decker terminals, pick up your thank you gift, because again, Driver Appreciation Week, I appreciate everything you guys do. We're going to have the scratch-off tickets. We did scratch-off tickets last year, so we're going to do a group this year. And then you'll basically, scratch off the ticket to find out what you win. And there's all kinds of prizes. So there's $25 Pilot Flying J gift cards. There's Decker hoodies. There's your choice of Decker hoodies, by the way. There's portable fans, tractor seat covers, $50 Walmart gift cards, $100 Visa gift cards. There's the tractor sun visor, sunshades that are out there. So the prizes that we've got, they've all been suggestions from our driver council or from some of the Workhound suggestions that we've got coming in on a regular basis. Workhound, remember, that's the company that we partner with in order to get some of the feedback from you, surveys and just feedback, suggestions and stuff for you, so we can keep that communication going. Anyways, all of those suggestions came from that, as well as our communications team. So we've got all of those. So where can you pick up your gifts? If you're in Fort Dodge, pick them up at the Welcome Center. Bessemer, get a hold of Isaiah in the front lobby window or at the front lobby window. And Jason Sorleen for the driver services in Missoula. If Jason is out on the road, I know he'll be gone on Wednesday, then maybe see if you can get a hold of Jenny or maybe Matt. They can help you out there as well. Des Moines, Josh or Brenda in the shop for the Des Moines area. Minneapolis, Derek or Ashley in the shop. Get a hold of Barry in the shop at Hammond. And now that's for your gifts. We're going to keep track of everything, so make sure that you get a hold of them. Breakfast is going to be at pretty much all of those locations. You'll have snacks, beverages, things like that. Those will be provided to you. And then of course we've got lunches going on. Now Fort Dodge will have lunch Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So all week, Monday through Friday. Bessemer will be providing lunch on Tuesday and Friday. Missoula, Tuesday, Wednesday, Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So 4 days. Des Moines, Tuesday through Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then Mediapolis, Tuesday through Thursday. And then Hammond, Tuesday and Friday. So take a look. If you guys have questions, just keep your eyes on our Facebook page, facebook.com/DTL Inc. And we'll keep you in the loop there. Hey, Anna. Anna is here. Anna says, I would have been here sooner, but I thought it was Monday. Yeah. Yep. I'm not alone. Well, good morning, Anna. And Felix. Well, hello, sir. How are you? Hope you're doing well today. Good. Thanks for joining me, you guys. I know, kind of threw everybody off. The holiday, it does that. It'll do that to you, won't it? All right, so keep your eyes out for all of the gifts, the games, all that kind of stuff that's going on, all that fun that's going on next week from the 13th, Monday through Friday. Yeah, and we'll be doing the drawings, live drawings throughout the week, so you want to keep your eyes open for that as well. Speaking for keeping your eyes open, while you're at the terminals, while you're checking in with everybody, maybe you're doing a pre-trip, maybe who knows what's going on. Make sure that you guys are joining in on the fun for our TikTok challenge. Yes, we've got it. Somebody was asking me over the weekend, what is TikTok? What is this? It is a social media app. If you're not already on it, check it out. I'm warning, it is addictive. So, and you can get all kinds of videos on there. But this is the challenge. The challenge is to make a TikTok video. By the way, you guys, TikTok videos, they don't need to be overwhelming by any means. And I know a lot of people think TikTok dancing, I encourage that, but definitely not required. So the TikTok challenge can be anywhere from 15 seconds. It can be a minute long. It just depends on how much into TikTok you are, but it doesn't have to be very long, so don't get intimidated by that. All you have to do is create a TikTok, so it can be a slideshow of pictures, which would then be a short little video clip, or you could do just a video altogether. Whatever you choose, your topic can be a pre-trip, it could be safe driving, it could be day in the life of a driver, or why Decker. And what I mean by why Decker is, like, why would you choose Decker? What do you love about Decker? What would you suggest to, or why would you suggest Decker to somebody else? That kind of thing. So just, why Decker? Why does Decker take care of you? That kind of stuff. I don't know. When you get your video, you upload it, make sure you tag at Decker Truckline. So you're tagging us there at Decker Truckline, and then use the hashtag, which is the number sign, Decker Challenge. And by doing that, it'll notify us that you are not only part of that challenge, but you're entered to win for that. So this is for all of the Decker employees, all of your family members, anybody who wants to join in on that. It should be a great time. And yes, we have some awesome prizes for it. We'll be giving, basically we've got 3 categories. We've got most creative, most entertaining, and most educational. And you can only win once in in any of the prizes there within the TikTok challenge. But each one, creative, entertaining, or educational, all going to win a $100 gift card. It's your choice. Now those 3 categories are going to be voted on by our communications team that, like I said, they're kind of behind all of this. So we'll be voting on that. Everybody who participates will get a $15 gift card to Pilot and Flying J. So no matter what your entry is, you'll get a gift card. But the top 3 will be receiving $100 gift cards now in each of those categories. Out of that, we will have one more prize. We're going to have $500 total in prizes. Don't count the participation one. Everybody gets the participation one. But $500 in earned prizes, I guess. Now, the number 1 choice will be voted on through Facebook. So we'll be posting these on Facebook. And the one with the most likes on Facebook will get a $200 gift card. Now, these gift cards are to wherever you choose, whether it be Walmart, it could be a Visa gift card, it could be an Amazon gift card, it could be a Decker gift card store. I think I'm losing my voice. But it's football season. Gotta yell. All right. Haha. Felix says, hello, I'm fabulous. Fresh off a 3-week vacation. Awesome. What'd you do? Let's hear it. Living the life. That's awesome. Okay. I got a frog in my throat. So, the TikTok challenge will go through the end of the month. Sorry. I was fine until we went live. So the TikTok challenge will go till the end of the month, and that's when we'll start doing the voting and all of that good stuff. I'm struggling. I am. So what else for those details on October 1st? So I got to look over my calendar here. October 1st is a Friday. So that's when we will post on Facebook that, all of the entries for the TikTok challenge. So you will have basically until the 7th to cast your vote. So everything will be on there from the 1st of October, which is Friday, to Thursday, the 7th. Okay. And then on Friday, the 8th, so you have almost a full week. On Friday, the 8th, we will announce the winner of the Facebook TikTok challenge. We'll announce that on Facebook Live. So make sure that you guys join in on this. We'll have a special live for that. But remember, in order to be part of the TikTok challenge, you need to hashtag us, Decker Challenge, and tag us at Decker Truckline. All right? And that is within the TikTok app. So, sound good? Crystal clear? I'm sure it is. Hey, Aim. Amy was giving me play-by-play on the Grizz game. Woohoo! We won, by the way. Yep. All right. Yes, stay safe. So those, one more time, the different topics that you could do are pre-trip, safe driving, day in the life of a driver, and why Decker. So, very good. All right, so speaking of safe driving, school is officially in session for pretty much anywhere that I know of. So you guys keep your eyes open. There's going to be kids out on the road just, crossing into school zones. There's bus routes, etc. So please be aware of the extra time that you might need if you're going by any school zones, making sure that you're, of course, playing it safe. That's all I can say, that it's going to be a little bit more traffic, I would say, during the morning and afternoon hours for those reasons. So it's back in session. It's all back in session. Speaking of back in session and kind of getting back into the norm, now with the pandemic and the coronavirus update, basically I want to make sure you guys know everybody's a little bit different on requirements right now. So please make sure that you're checking and following the guidelines of all of the customers when you go into or go to a new customer or go to one of our customers. If they're requiring a mask, please please wear a mask whenever it's required. Or sometimes they're asking for proof of the vaccination. You can do that if you're not wanting to wear a mask, and they'll accept one or the other. Some of them are requiring a mask no matter what. So please be aware of that. If you're here at one of the Decker terminals, please make sure that you're either wearing a mask if you don't already have the vaccination. If you have the vaccination, you can provide that as well to, proof of vaccination or whatever. So we do ask that you be respectful and mindful of each of our customers, the vendors, and their policies and everything that's going on to there. So that way we avoid any of the conflict. All right. Getting that out there. By the way, if you aren't already receiving for those of you who are receiving the Inside the Triangle newsletter, you have all of that information available to you and in your email. Speaking of, Brake Safety Week was last week? 23rd? Nope, a week and a half ago. So the Brake Safety Week, the 23rd through the 28th, that was focused more on the Brake Safety Week itself, the roadside inspections. So those of you who received the clean inspections, got an extra $100 for level 1 and level 2. I know Angela did. Shout out to Angela. She got a clean inspection. We're not going to talk about the other thing that happened, but we'll talk about the clean inspection. So shout out to her and anybody else who received that. You have 3 more days to earn that extra $50 on the clean inspections for level 1 and level 2. We did a 60-day run where we bumped it up from $50 for the clean inspection up to the $100. But I could hear Amy says, wow, sorry, I couldn't hear a word. Finally fixed. Yeah, this time it wasn't me. Good. Yes. So what did it say? A tip of the fedora to our terrific maintenance department and the outstanding drivers to make it happen. I love it. The fedora. Oh, that's awesome. All right. So congrats, you guys. Awesome job on the Brake Safety Week and continuing to promote safety across all boards. So see if I can keep my voice today. All right. Okay, so Anna messaged me earlier today and said we need to make sure that we talk a little bit about the orientation process and give everybody an update on that. So we've been doing our best to update you on our orientation, the update itself on our orientation. So we're going to talk a little bit about that right now. Orientation. It is a little bit different depending on if you're an experienced driver or if you're a recent graduate. And yes, we do take recent graduates of approved schools. So it's not every school. And just because you have your CDL doesn't mean that we can start training you right away. So there are requirements. Let's go through those. In order to qualify from a school, it does need to be PTDI certified. And there are exceptions to the rules, but for the most part, as long as it's 160 hours for the course, minimum, then you should be fine. Best thing to do, as always, is to reach out to one of our recruiters at 888-668-0698. That way you know for sure that your school is approved, and then we can go through to the next process. Now, that being said, in our flatbed division, our coast-to-coast flatbed division, we do require at least 6 months of flatbed experience. That is a requirement for over-the-road flatbed division. Okay, whether you're home on a weekly basis out of the Bessemer, Alabama terminal, or if you're home every 2 to 3 weeks, it does require a minimum of six months of experience. Sorry, couldn't remember what I was saying. And that's what happens when I'm reading the chat at the same time. All right. Now, if you live in the Midwest and you're looking for flatbed, we do have opportunities for training in the flatbed division. Of course, it's based off of availability, so not every week do we have it, but for the most part, if you're communicating with your recruiter, they can make those arrangements to get you into the training. Again, a 160-hour course can be approved, PTDI certified, which means Professional Truck Driver Institute. There's a number of different schools that we hire from. If your school is a community college, usually those accredited are fine because they're at least 160 hours. Most of those are around 240. So that's fantastic. ICC out of Fort Dodge, Iowa Community College is a great one. It's right here. We're very interactive with them and move forward. Jamie Hoshaw over there is a fantastic contact to get with, and she will help line everything up for you if that's where you're at. But again, reach out to one of our recruiters at 888-668-0698 to make sure that you're going step by step and throughout the approval process. Now, if you're coming directly to Decker from an approved school, then we can reimburse up to $6,000 for the school itself. You do need to come directly to Decker, though. If you're going elsewhere first, it would null and void that opportunity. So it's up to $6,000 total. The way that reimbursement works is you'll get $200 a month until that amount is paid. So every school is a little bit different in price. So if it's $3,400, just know that after you've been here 90 days, It's $200 a month until that's paid off. Okay? All right. Any questions at all, please feel free to either put it in the chat or reach out to one of our recruiters. As always, you guys, and I didn't mention this at the beginning, but if you have a question on what's available out of your area, please put your zip code or your city and state in the chat, and I will be able to answer your questions on what kind of positions we have out of there. If it's flatbed, if it's refrigerated, if it's dry van, or whatever it is, just let us know. You can put that in the chat, and Anna and I will take care of you with answering those questions for you. Cool? Awesome. All right. So that's the schooling process. Once you're approved, at this point, you've already put in your application. You met the requirements, when it comes to tickets and felonies and accidents or lack thereof, all those, you might not have the experience, but you've got a clean record altogether. That's great. Work history definitely comes into account. I don't know how much of you guys know this, but the amount of jobs that you've had within a 3-year period, it definitely matters. So if you have a lot of them, we'd really like to see some stability before you come aboard to Decker. We pride ourselves in the individuals that we hire and the quality of drivers that we have. I mean, we have got some awesome professional drivers here at Decker, and we're quite proud of them. We want to make sure that we are living up to their standards as well as ours. So please make sure that you're showing stability as well. If you're wondering if it's something we can work with, again, reach out to your recruiter at 888-668-0698 so that you'll know for sure, and I'll let you know if we can work with it. Very good. All right, excellent. Okay, so once you're approved, you've done your application. We know that your schooling is approved. You've got your certificate. We need to start scheduling you for orientation. So I'm talking about orientation for students at this point, okay? We'll talk about experienced driver orientation here in just a few minutes, but let's first focus on student orientation. It is 1 week long, so it is a full week of orientation. We do pay you $1,000 for completing orientation, and once you're done with that, we'll move on to the next level. There's basically a few intervals here. You've got orientation of a week. You've got on-job training, which is on the yard in Fort Dodge, Iowa. Orientations in Fort Dodge, trainings in Fort Dodge, etc. Okay, so 1 week of orientation in Fort Dodge, 1 week of hands-on training on the yard in Fort Dodge, and then 2 weeks with a trainer. So you're gonna have at least 2 weeks with a trainer. And now there's different increments. When you're with a trainer and you're doing the training part, orientation pays $1,000, but the training section of all of that is going to pay $700 a week. Okay, so orientation $1,000 for the week. Training is going to be $700 for those 3 weeks. Combine those 3 weeks. Each week you'll get paid that $700. Okay, and it's direct deposit. Yes, you can put it on your card, but ideally bring a voided check for direct deposit. Makes it a whole lot simpler for you. Okay, so that's that part. Hands-on training, you go out with a trainer. That's 2 weeks going out with a trainer. Yep. Okay. Once you've completed that, then you'll be getting your cents per mile, which in the refrigerated division, it's going to be 52 cents a mile. Working your way up, you'll get a penny raise every 90 days. And then at a year, you'll start getting annual raises at that point. Okay. For flatbed, you start at 53 cents a mile, working your way up. And at a year, you'll be getting annual raises again at that point. Okay. All right. You'll be put into your own truck after your 4 weeks of training. And I'm going to include orientation in that training section so that you kind of have an idea of the time frame there. So again, it's going to be cents per mile once you're done with all of the training. At that point, you are guaranteed at least $1,000 a week. But don't count on that $1,000 to be your minimum. So I know a lot of times in some positions that we have that guarantee, and you're probably not going to make a whole lot more than that. This is a different story. With that $1,000 guarantee, we expect that to be more of a safety net for you, not a goal. That's your safety net. the goal is, $1,300-1,500 a week or more. Okay. All right. You might have another goal. That's something that we like to know ahead of time. You'll talk with your recruiter, and then from there we'll talk with your driver manager to make sure that we are all on task. We are all under the same understanding of what position you are looking for, how many miles you're looking to get, how much you're looking to make on a regular basis, etc. And he says, slacking on the podcast listening, but I'll get caught up. Well, we're saving one for you, so we'll have another one out for you this week. All right. Seriously, too much yelling during football games, you guys. And actually, my voice was here yesterday. All right. Okay, so that is the training for students. Okay, that's the orientation process and everything for students. Now, hey William, he says, when will the quarterly training come out again? It should come out. Well, it should be coming out right now. Actually, September is the norm. Give me 1 second. I'm going to shoot an email over to training. Or not training, but safety, and just double check. Chicken scratch. There. I'm going to find out for you, William, and I'll let you know here in just a moment. Okay, so now, for those who are experienced drivers looking to come aboard to Decker, then you can expect a 2.5-day orientation. So you have half the orientation time, but you're getting paid $500 for those 2.5 days of orientation. One thing that I didn't mention with the orientation for the students that I'm going to mention right now, but it also includes the orientation for the students, is if you complete your orientation, your online orientation, as well as your physical and your drug test, the urinalysis, and if you complete those prior to coming to orientation, so the online orientation does include filling out your clearinghouse. Your clearinghouse is the Drug and Alcohol Consortium, basically. That needs to be included along with the LUMA training, which is the online orientation. We'll email all of that to you, so don't be worrying about when is it coming, where is it at. We email that ahead of time so that you can complete that. It doesn't take that long. It does take a few hours, so take some time and do that. William says, who's going to do the podcast? Well, that one we're not sure yet. We haven't finalized that. It's a great question, but we're looking forward to seeing what our next step is with that one. Now, for those of you who didn't know, Darren will be, well, maybe I should leave the podcast to announce that, but Darren will be going out back to driving, so he decided to go over to driving. That would be fun. I would love that. That might be a little bit too much of me for you guys, but I would love that. William, Shannon said that the next quarterly bonus, or next quarterly training will be coming out on October 1st. So great question, and thank you for asking that. Okay, so back to the orientation. Yes, you get an extra $100 for completing those things ahead of time. So for the students, the trainees, you're going to be looking at $1,100 total instead of $1,000. But again, you have to get those before. Thanks, Aim. But you need to get that done ahead of time. Now, for experienced drivers, we do offer 2 different time frames for you to start. You can start on a Monday or you can start on a Wednesday. Since it's only 2.5 days, we give you a little bit of flexibility on what's most convenient for you to start. I know that, when you're coming from another company, sometimes over the weekend it's just not doable. Then you're sitting there for a week before you can get started. And I know people don't like to sit. You get antsy. It makes sense. So we have that Wednesday opportunity for you if that's something you want. Just, again, as always, get a hold of your recruiter and get more information on availability. But if you complete your online orientation and the clearinghouse, as well as your physical and your urinalysis drug test ahead of time, those things will qualify you for that extra $100 bonus. So instead of getting the $500, you'll get $600 total for that. Very good. All right. So orientation, whether it's Monday or Tuesday. Well, let's start Monday because it is a little bit different. If you're starting on a Monday, you're going to start bright and early. Go drop off your rental car if you brought a rental car. And then we'll get you started usually around 7 in the morning. So be ready about 6:45 to jumpstart everything for the week. You'll go over some of the company policies, procedures, the PCE, which is the physical capacity evaluation. Dang it, I forgot to bring the picture up. I have a picture, actually, you guys. I know it surprises you, but let me see if I can snag that real quick. So I have an actual picture of what the machine looks like because we were asked, and I believe it was Bryce that provided that to me. So I'll have to get that. And then we'll have the hair follicle. So that the PCE followed by the hair follicle test. That's all done in orientation, like first thing in orientation to get that taken care of. Anna, do you happen to have that? I had that handy just a minute ago. Amy says, but Katie and Anna and you, oh boy, it would be crazy. That would be crazy. That would be a lot of fun though. So yes, we've got the orientation, PCE, the hair follicle, get that out of the way, and then you start diving into more of the company policies, procedures, where the online orientation is more, it's more DOT specific and not as much, well, there is some company stuff in there as well, but you really dive into the company stuff when you're physically in orientation. So that'll get you there. Anna looks out for me. I tell you what, she's sending me this image so that I can share it with you guys. Thanks. Thank you. So, see if I can save it. Save it? Nope. It didn't let me. Okay. I wanted the image. It just didn't want to let me do that. Hang on, you guys. I will snip it. There we go. Okay. So it's going to take me a minute, but I'll show you what it looks like. And then we'll go from there. So the orientation is just 2.5 days. We'll take care of your hotel. We'll take care of your meals, just like we do with the students. Okay. So all of that is taken care of ahead of time. And then, or not ahead of time, but while you're here. See, this is what happens when I try to do something at the same time. I am scatterbrained. Don't tell. There we go. The PCE, by the way, is more like range of motion, resistance, and the harder you work at it, the harder it is. But you want to work hard at it. You really want to push and see what your limits are. Okay? All right. Boom. That's what it looks like. Do you see that? I've got pictures in all directions here. That's what it looks like. So the harder you push on it or pull on it, the harder it's going to be. But you want it to be that way in order to show your limits, which is great. So Amy says, how's the new truck stuff coming? Has it been 6 to 11 a week or has it slowed down? It's around 8 a week right now. I know it's changing every single week, but it takes about 3 hours, not days. Or what did I say? Did I say years? Yeah, it's 3 hours for the decals alone. And then the APUs and to get all of that stuff situated, it's roughly an 8-hour project just for that. So as the trucks come in, our shop is busy getting everything prepped in those new trucks. So great question. Absolutely. All right. So the PCE, that's what you're looking at. I meant to say. And that's for both students and experienced drivers. It's like first thing of orientation. And then you'll finish up orientation. You'll go through the expectation form, like I was talking about before, with your recruiter and your driver manager, making sure that we know what your expectations are financially for miles and for home time. We need to make sure that we're all on the same page so that we are not only living up to them, but exceeding those expectations. And then you're going to do a walkthrough. Katie is going to walk through the truck with you, Katie McFarland, and she'll make sure that it is beyond meeting your standards, making sure that you know how to run the television and the Epic View satellite TV, how to, where the microwave is, where the inverter is, plugging in, which, by the way, it's usually behind the microwave, up top. You've got the refrigerator in the truck, you've got the CB unit, going through the TransFlow Geotab unit in the truck. The TransFlow Geotab unit is the, really it's your ELD, it's your communication to your driver manager. It includes your bonus information, your scorecard details. It has your load information on it. It has the ALK mapping, Google, or what do I want to say? Yes. the navigation, that's the word I wanted, all of that included in there. So and then once you've done the walkthrough and met with your driver manager, I'm gonna put you to work. That's what you came here for, right? All right. Amy says, I see you have my sunrise photos. They were too pretty not to include, Amy. Nope, most aren't. William said, would the company ever consider getting the different colored trucks? Other than the red and yellow, I don't think so. But it's always a question that can be asked, right? Ours, I know, she has to, I told her that she couldn't call me anymore with correcting me when I'm wrong. Maybe she should. Hey, Ken, Oakland, California, you're a long ways from home today. I hope you're doing well. William says the drivers don't use the CB radios like they used to. No, but they're getting. They are still used, definitely, but there are some that don't use them as often. But they're included in all of our trucks. Yep, we make sure that they're all there. Excellent. All right. So, and then orientation starting on Wednesday. If you're starting on a Wednesday orientation, you're not starting at 7-ish, you're starting around 11. So when nobody's there to pick you up at 7, it's okay. we knew they weren't. We had to get people checked into their trucks at that point. You're going to start around 11 o'clock. Yes, we'll take care of your lunch. We'll take care of your meals while you're here. And then go through the same process that somebody on Monday would go through, the PCE and the physical, get that done and completed. Not physical, excuse me, the hair follicle. Physical should be done ahead of time. If it's not, because for some reason you weren't able to, then it would be done at that point as well. We also want your online orientation and everything taken care of ahead of time as well. Ken, since the 4th of July, wowzers. Yeah, you've been out for a while. Excellent. Be safe. So, yep, that is the norm for the difference between really the Wednesday and the Monday start is really the time of day that you're starting off at. And then we do like to get you dispatched out before Friday or before the end of Friday so that you're rolling before the weekend. So now, depending on the positions that you're looking at, you could be starting, or could be home on a weekly basis. You could be home multiple times throughout the week. For instance, our Midwest Flatbed division can get you home daily in most of those hiring areas. I do know a lot of people that are on that division like to do every 2 days or every 3 days because their miles stack up a lot stronger. So instead of making that $1,000 minimum, they're exceeding that, making the 11, 12, 13, whatever it is that they're doing based off of their miles. So again, the pay is based off of your experience. If you have questions about what your pay would be, either throw it in the chat or get a hold of the recruiter, one of us, so that we can go ahead and give you more specifics based off of your experience level. So 888-668-0698. You can also apply online at drivedecker.com. Cool. All right. So yes, the short haul flatbed is $1,000 a week. Whether you're talking Midwest or down in the Bessemer area. Okay. Now for our refrigerated, we also have refrigerated positions that are home weekly. I don't currently have anything that's available on a home daily basis. However, if you live in Des Moines, Iowa, or Fort Dodge, Iowa, we do have shuttle positions available. Those are obviously local positions. We do ask that you have, if you don't have flatbed experience, part of it could be flatbed, so and then could be tanker too, especially in the Fort Dodge area. So give us a call if you live in Des Moines or Fort Dodge, 888-668-0698, and we'll fill you in on all that stuff. Sound good? All right. Excellent. Okay. And then what else am I missing here? So I want to make sure that I'm covering all. When you come in for orientation, if you could provide a voided check for direct deposit, that's ideal. Now, not everybody's going to want direct deposit. If you want it put on your card, just know that you have your fueling part of the card. The card can be used in two different ways. So you've got the fueling code that you'll need, and then you'll have your payroll or your settlement code, so that you can access two different sections of your card if you chose not to do direct deposit. Okay. Also, the insurance and everything, that starts at 60 days. That's new. It was 90 days, so we bumped that to a 60-day start for insurance. It's Blue Cross Blue Shield. It's an 80-20 plan. We also have a 401k with a 50% match, also starting after 60 days. If for more of an update, get a hold of one of the recruiters, and they can give you more details on the life insurance, the EAP program, which is an employee assistance program. Our MEMD is also part of our insurance. So if you are part of the Decker insurance with Blue Cross Blue Shield, you can do the MEMD, which is basically the virtual doctor, and you have access to that on the road. It's included. If you don't have the Decker insurance, but you still want MEMD, it's $35 for that. Okay. Excellent. Now, the EAP program is free to you, to your spouse, to your dependents, to your extended family. That's provided to you through Decker. So that's EAP program. So it's unum.com/life balance if you want to access some of the information on that, kind of explore, see what's all in it. You can check that out. Now we have the sign-on bonus right now. So if you're coming aboard here and you're looking for that sign-on bonus, we do have it. It pays out quarterly, and depending on your miles, you could see more than that $5,000. It's our $5,000 accelerated sign-on bonus. So more miles, more money. If you're running over 25,000 miles for the quarter in your refrigerated or dry van driver, then you're going to get an extra 5 cents a mile for all the miles over 25,000 for the quarter. That's in addition to the $12.50 that you're already going to be receiving each quarter. And then you'll have, if you're a flatbed and you're running over 20,000 miles for the quarter, you're going to get an extra 5 cents a mile for that. There are qualifications for that sign-on bonus. You do need to make sure that you're meeting the basic requirements for the guaranteed pay at least 70% of the time. You can exceed them all you want, but get at least the minimum 70% of the time. So what are those requirements? They're very basic. Make sure that you're on time, so no driver service failures, no load refusals, being available for dispatch 5 days out of the week, getting your paperwork on time, which means that you need to scan in your documents before Sunday at 10 p.m. Okay? And then no preventable accidents and no CSA violations for the week. Now all of this is on a week-by-week basis. So as long as you're compliant, at least 70% of the time, you'll see that sign-on bonus each quarter. Now for the guaranteed pay, you need to be 100% compliant with that each and every week. If you had a late load or if you had a preventable accident 1 week, that's not going to have any bearing on the week before or the week after or anything like that. It's week by week with that guaranteed pay. Okay? All right. If you have questions, reach out to me, 888-668-0698. We'll fill you in. We'll give you all the details. Make sure that you know what's going on. So that is kind of the whole picture of what I didn't say though is the orientation pay is going to be given to you on a CommCheck your Comm data card as soon as you've completed orientation and been dispatched out. So you'll have access to those funds right away. Now with the student orientation, you'll have $500 on Friday, and then you'll have the remaining $500 direct deposit on the next week. So it's split up so that you don't have a gap of funds coming in. You've got that constant money coming at you. Cool? All right. Now remember, get a hold of one of the recruiters at 888-668-0698. And if you're wondering about some of the positions that we have available, we currently have Refrigerated, Home Weekly, especially within the Midwest. We have Flatbed in the Midwest, Home Weekly. We have Home Daily in some positions for a short haul. But again, just depends on where you live. Our dry van opportunities, anywhere from Lincoln, Nebraska to Gary, Indiana, into Fort Wayne, Indiana. If you live in Hartwell, Georgia, or Anderson, South Carolina, or Atlanta, Georgia, down in the Athens area, we do have home every 2 weeks. Now, Hartwell is an exception. We can do weekly there. But other than that, in the Southeast, it's home every 2 weeks in our dry van division. You'll be running a lot of Midwest and a lot of Southeast. So it's a little bit of both for that one. Dry van pays the same as our Refrigerated. So it's based off of your experience. Just reach out to us. Let us know how much experience you have, and we'll give you the details on the pay per mile. On mileage pay, 10 cents per mile is per diem, so you're not taxed on 10 cents a mile, which is great come tax time. You've got that little bit of savings each and every week as well, so you've got a little bit more take home each week. Now for the over-the-road Refrigerated, based out of Missoula, Montana, orientation is still in Fort Dodge. You've got the opportunity to run coast to coast, although a lot of the runs are going to be west to Midwest. So west to Midwest in that one, especially if you're going to be home more on the weekly. Well, it's more like 7 to 10 days out. So if you're going to be home every 7 to 10 days, you've got to live along I-90 from Seattle to Spokane or Seattle to Missoula. If you live along I-90 there, we can get you home every 7 to 10 days. We figure for every 7 days you're out, it's a day and a half home time. So if you're out 10 days, you're looking at probably 2 days home. If you live in the Missoula area, like I said, Seattle area, we've got the 2 to 3 weeks out as well. You've got the over-the-road option. I know a lot of you guys like that one because you can kind of stack up those miles and that, and your take-home obviously increases quite a bit with the 2 to 3 weeks out. Kind of a sweet spot there for home time and earnings. If you live in the Salt Lake City area, you're looking about 2 to 3 weeks out. Arizona, Phoenix area, 2 to 3 weeks out. If you are looking for flatbed and you live in the Northwest, anywhere from Southern Oregon border on I-5 up to Seattle, Washington, we do hire. It's about 2 to 3 weeks out. It's flatbed. You'd be based out of my Bessemer, Alabama terminal, and you are required at least 6 months of flatbed experience. But again, orientation is in Fort Dodge, so no matter what terminal you'll be running out of, you'll be going to Fort Dodge for orientation. Fort Dodge is our main terminal, and that way you can see everything that's going on and be introduced to several different departments while you're here as well. So you've got connections, you've got numbers, you've got contacts, and that's what we like. Yes. So we've got opportunities for you that way. I think we missed it. We didn't miss anything. Western, Refrigerated, over the road, flatbed. I think we covered our grounds. Let me just double check here. In our needs, need. Nashville, Arkansas. How dare I forget this? So Nashville, Arkansas area. If you live within Nashville, Arkansas, or Texarkana, then we can get you home on a weekly basis, and you've got a guarantee of course, $1,000 a week. Rate of pay per mile is based off of your experience. You are going to be busy, I can tell you that. So we do require that you have flatbed experience. It is required, and a lot of you guys have ran those run similar. It's a lot of the Dallas area, a lot of Louisiana, Arkansas, a little bit of Oklahoma, but mostly Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas. That one, Amy, is full. We filled that one up. Didn't think that was going to happen, but for the time being. But the Nashville, Arkansas, the flatbed one, we do have 2 positions available for that. So give us a call if you're wanting some more details. 888-668-0698. All right. So, recap of today. Yes, we went over orientation and all the details for that. But next week is going to be Driver Appreciation Week. So we are in full swing, and I want to make sure that you guys are rip-roaring and ready to go and ready to enjoy. Hopefully you're going to be able to come in, have a sit-down meal, and have some fun meeting maybe your driver manager. Maybe you need to challenge your driver manager to a game, depending on when that is, when you're coming in and everything. Don't forget to pick up your gift if you live in, or if you're coming into Fort Dodge, into the Fort Dodge terminal. You'll have, your gift will be available at the Welcome Center. If you're coming into Missoula, make sure that you reach out to Jason Sorleen for driver services. If Jason's not available, Matt McConaughey should be available, maybe even Jen. We will have lunches Tuesday through Friday in Missoula. They'll be all week long, Monday through Friday in Fort Dodge. If you're in Bessemer, get a hold of Isaiah. He'll be at the front window, that front lobby window, available to you. And lunch is going to be both Tuesday and Friday. I think I said that wrong earlier, but Bessemer is going to have lunch both Tuesday and Friday. In Des Moines, get a hold of Josh or Brenda at the shop, and they'll be holding lunch Tuesday through Thursday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in Des Moines. In Mediapolis, Derek or Ashley, available in the shop. Get a hold of them for your gift. And they'll also be holding lunches Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And the Hammond Yard, get a hold of Barry there in the shop. And they'll be holding lunches they'll be holding lunches Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So 4 days next week. Breakfast items, snacks, beverages, all of that will be available at each of the terminals all week long. So not just on those designated lunch days for the respective terminals. So make sure that you get on that. And of course, the TikTok challenge. Get in on that. You guys, I'm so jacked about that. I know you are, everybody but Amy. So make sure you get in on that and have some fun. $500 worth of prizes, and that's not including the participation gifts. So for participating, you automatically get a $15 gift card. And for winning, you can get $100, any gift card you want, you guys. It could be Walmart, it could be a Visa gift card, it could be a Decker gift card or Decker store gift card, whatever you want. Pilot Flying J. But the challenges, so there's three different categories. That's the word I wanted. 3 different categories that you can win that will be voted by the TCA committee, the communications committee. And they'll be most creative, most entertaining, and most educational. Yeah, we threw educational in there. So those are the 3 that are going to be voted on by the communications committee or communications team. But then you guys will all get to vote on the winner overall. And you can only win once, okay? You can only win once. But the winner overall will be voted on through our Facebook. So make sure you are following us on Facebook, facebook.com/DTLink. If you're a Decker employee, a Decker driver, Decker employee, Decker spouse, anything like that, any family member, you can participate in this challenge. So it's not just for our drivers. It can be any of the Decker employees and families that participate. So get those in. We want to see it. And you can start doing them right now. Send them in. You have until the end of the month. On the 1st of October, on Friday the 1st, we will be posting that on our Facebook page so that everybody can vote for the number 1 winner, the top winner chosen by the public. Then you'll get a $200 gift card of your choice instead of the $100 that the creative, educational, and informative, creative, entertaining, and educational that are chosen by the communications committee. So make sure that you get those in. I can't wait to see them. They're fun. Robert says, when is the best time to stop by and chat with you? Where are you at? I am remote, so that one makes it a little bit difficult. If you're in Fort Dodge, 8 to 5. Amy says, but I'll do my part if you needed. Yes. She loves it. Do it, Amy. Always trying to get her to do these challenges with us, whether it's the recruiting challenge or whatnot. Robert, you're in Iowa, right? Because if you are, I'm out of Montana, so I'm not physically there, but there are other recruiters available if you want to talk to them face to face. Otherwise, just give me a call here in half hour or so, and we can talk. 888-668-0698. Trying to rope her in. All right, you guys, that is about it for today. So I look forward to visiting with you guys and seeing some of those TikTok challenges coming out. Should be exciting. And as always, please stay safe. And if you have any questions, reach out to us. 888-668-0698. Robert, feel free to call me in a half hour. Woo! And then we'll get everything answered there for you. Sound like a plan? Okie dokie. All right, you guys, be safe this week. Take care, and we'll talk to you next Monday on our Facebook Live at 4 p.m. Central on our Facebook page, facebook.com/DetailInc. And, of course, next Tuesday right here on our YouTube channel at noon Central. All right. I love it, Amy. It'll be on me, but I gotcha. All right, take care, you guys. Have an awesome rest of